Another twist in South Korea's political landscape. The political crisis that started with President Yoon Suk Yeol's short-lived martial law decree on December the 3rd has spilled over to acting President and Prime Minister Han Duck Soo.
The main opposition Democratic Party is not taking no for an answer. It's demanding the approval of special counsel bills targeting President Yoon Suk Yeol for his martial law declaration and his wife, Keon-Hee, for graft. That approval needs to come from acting President and Prime Minister Han Duck Soo. Han did not act on the opposition demand. Now, party floor leader Park Chan-dae is accusing Han of impediment, saying his duties as acting president seem to be an act in defense of the impeached Yoon.
내란 수사가 어떻게 타협의 대상이 될 수 있습니까? 한덕수 총리의 말은 시간을 지연해 내란을 지속시키겠다는 것 외에 달리 해석할 길이 없습니다.
The main opposition has been calling for bills that would enable special probes into insurrection and corruption allegations against Yoon and his wife. But instead of putting the bills on the cabinet agenda on Tuesday, Han stressed the need for the ruling and opposition parties to come together first. This is why Han is under threat of impeachment himself. Local reports indicate opposition bloc members are set to introduce their impeachment motion Thursday, citing Han as a bystander of the country's political turmoil and intending to continue what they call Yoon's insurrection. The opposition says it just needs a simple majority in the 300-member parliament to impeach Han because he should be considered a cabinet member. But the ruling People Power Party argues that a two-thirds majority is needed since Han has been serving as acting president.
민주당은 내란 대행 한덕수 총리에 대한 탄핵 절차를 바로 개시하겠습니다. 내란의 잔부를 진압하겠습니다. 한덕수 총리 탄핵이 3분의 2 이상이 되어야 한다는 말은 틀렸습니다. 비록 직무가 정지되었지만 윤석열의 현재 신분은 대통령입니다. 두 명의 대통령이 동시에 존재할 수 없고 한덕수 국무총리는 국민이 선출하지도 않았습니다.
Yoon is already under investigation by a joint team comprising police, the defense ministry, and anti-corruption investigators. He's also awaiting a constitutional court ruling on whether he will be reinstated or removed altogether. He has ignored summons and court orders requesting submission of records to his martial law decree. Nonetheless, the Constitutional Court has made clear that his impeachment trial will proceed, starting with their pre-trial hearing this Friday.
CNA's Lim Yun Suk explains why it might be unlikely that Yoon Suk Yeol will appear for questioning tomorrow.
His spokesman, Sok Dong-hyun, who's been a friend of President Yoon for about 40 years now, was quoted as saying that President Yoon is planning to focus on the impeachment proceedings at the Constitutional Court, and that President Yoon thinks that the Constitutional Court impeachment trial should go ahead first, should take priority over other investigations. Says that, the other investigations can wait. And he was citing the case of former President Park Chan-dae, who only faced criminal investigations after the Constitutional Court decided to uphold her impeachment in 2017. And so, it's very likely that he will only be attending trials by the Constitutional Court and not the others. Though, it's unsure if the other investigators are going to say, okay, you can do that, we'll agree to this, because now there are reports that they are trying to seek an arrest warrant for him if he does not appear for questioning. But right now, under the Korean law, it's very difficult to arrest a president, and he hasn't been impeached yet. And if the Constitutional Court does not uphold that motion, then he will be reinstated as president. And so lots of uncertainties as to what's going to happen here in South Korea.